Hello, my name is Lindsey Shaffer. I am a book author and writer of 7 different children's books, as well as 3 books that I have written about the state of Colorado and Colorado government corruption. My first book, The Missing, talks about how I believe my daughter was both kidnapped and child human trafficked out of the state of Colorado, October of 2015. Furthermore, my very first book, The Missing, also talks about other babies and children I believe was also kidnapped and child human trafficked along with my daughter out of the state of Colorado. I then went on to write a second book called Imperium Conflictus, which is a sequel to my first book, The Missing. Imperium Conflictus continues to talk on about how I believe my daughter was kidnapped, as well as mainly continuing on with explaining how I have had, I believe, a corrupt 14-year disability case and spousal support case in the state of Colorado with documentation galore, saying how I qualify, and I have been qualifying to be on both disability and spousal support in the state of Colorado for 14 years and been denied left to right, along with explaining other corrupt and fraudulent things that are going on behind those cases in the state of Colorado. And then my third book related to the Colorado government that I just wrote recently is called Warranty of Habitability, Unlivable Conditions, and Helping the Poor by Lindsey Shaffer, me. This book, my third book, is what I'm going to be discussing here today, talks about Denver's homeless situation as a whole. It talks about 10 different shelters that I have found in Denver, Colorado, including the one that I currently reside at, that have been up and running for many years now with mold and asbestos. And then also other shelters throughout Denver, Colorado that are charging people to reside at other shelters. My third book related to Denver's homelessness population also talks about how we can cut down on crime of people that have been committing crimes and criminal activity at these homeless shelters that are brought in from encampments. How to keep people out of encampments. How to better our shelter systems in Denver, Colorado. That's what the third book helps with thoughts and ideas of how to keep people safe in general. The human population, in Denver, Colorado, how to keep everybody more safe with different ideas for the homelessness. And my third book, also talks about my personal experiences that I've had at the shelter that I've been in for 3 years now. And the residents that reside at the shelter that I reside at, people that have unfortunately have passed away, multiple people that have passed away here at the shelter that I reside at today, mice outbreaks that we've had here, cockroaches, construction workers working in the hallway saying careful walking through the hallways, there's asbestos, trash buildups in the hallway, fly outbreaks, gnat outbreaks, personal experiences and documentation and photo proof that I put into this third book that shows how horrific some of the shelters throughout Denver, Colorado can be. And non-helpful management in some of these shelters as well, unfortunately. My third book regarding Denver's homelessness also explains and gives people's reviews, different people that reside in Denver, Colorado. They also have given their reviews of how the Denver shelter system works. So that is also in my third book called Warranty of Habitability, Unlivable Conditions, and Helping the Poor. All of this documentation and reviews of how the homeless shelter system is in the Denver, Colorado area is in this book. And my hopes of writing this book is to make the city of Denver and the state of Colorado a safer place to be, cut down on the crime, etc. A link to my third book for Denver's homelessness population is going to be down below the video. I hope that this helps, and I hope everybody has a blessed day. Bye-bye.